What is up, y'all? It's Coach Jay. Hope you're doing well today. I am right now live in the main floor of my house here with a voice that is still challenged, but we're going to try to go through with this here, and hopefully this is going to be beneficial. I'm in my dining room right now, so we're just going to kind of take a seat and get after it. I told Bennett and Preston and Lydia and Abby and Cherokee too. I told them, I said that I would try to help y'all out with a little mini podcast. So hope this helps y'all out, and hope this is something beneficial. I'll try to keep it brief, but hopefully something that may help you as we look towards improving for this quiz. Remember the 5 steps. That's the big thing. When we state the parent function and then so on and so forth. So I'm going to give a good example of this where we have y equals 2 times x minus 1 squared plus 2. Now, before I go any further with this, remember anytime I have a constant or like 3x plus 1, these two are parent functions that are both a constant. This would be like a horizontal line across, right? Or a line, in this case, would be a y-intercept of, let me make sure I backtrack here, a y-intercept of 1 with a slope of 3. And so just remember the difference there with those two where, obviously there's not really like transformations at all. Over here, a little bit different. We have to go after it a little bit different. But these ones, we'll do it the traditional way that we've already learned, okay? But the parent function would still be constant and then linear there. Okay, so the first thing we talked about is stating the parent function. We know we look at the main source of this, and that's the squared. So because that is squared there, we want to make sure we know, I don't know if you guys can see me here, but it would be the u, right? So this would actually be a parabola, okay? So since it's a parabola, we know that we're going to focus on the parent graph of y equals x squared. And to make it just a little bit easier on myself, let's go ahead and say that since we know that, and I think Ben had actually brought this up, which was a really good point. Since we already know the 2 is in front, let's go ahead and do y equals 2x squared first, so we don't have to worry about that when we transform it again. So what type of transformations are occurring before I put the main one down? Well, we know that this, because it's a large number, is going to be a stretch. It's going to get skinnier. The minus 1 tells me that it's going to be a horizontal, which just means that it's going to go opposite because it's on the inside. So this is going to go right 1. And the outside, which is plus 2, tells me that it goes up 2. So saying that already crosses off step 3, and I've already got step 1 done. Now let's go ahead and actually graph this 2x squared without the transformations. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and make our x and y chart over here. We're going to plug in our traditional -1, 0, 1, 2 because it has no transformations here. Remember, if I'm going to do this, the key is I have to square first. So just as a reminder, I square it, then multiply by 2. So -1 squared is 1, times 2 is 2. Same thing here, if I plug in 0, I say 0 squared, which is 0, times 2 is 0. Same thing, I square the 1 first. PEMDAS, right? He's our friend. 1 squared is 1, times 2 is 2. And then 2 squared is 4, times 2 is 8. Okay, so we've got -1, 2, 0, 0, 1, 2, and 2 goes all the way up to 8, okay? Notice this, that when we do this, it's going to be mirrored, right, on the other side. So wherever the center is, it should be mirrored over. So we just took care of the transformation of the stretch. We've already taken care of that. Now, we got to take care of the horizontal and the vertical. So it goes right 1 and up 2, and I forgot to tell you that this was vertical. Okay, so since it goes up 2, right 1, all of these points, and I'll do this in black so you can kind of see. So we're going to go all of them are going to go right 1, up 2. This one's going to go right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2. So the one in black is the one that is the new transformation. And we just did all of the steps, right? All the way up through number 5. So we're focused now with domain and range. We're just focused on the color in black. So remember, domain is left to right and range is low to high. I don't know if y'all saw that or not and could hear me with my amazing voice right now. But we have the domain and we have the range. So domain is left to right. So the furthest left this goes is negative infinity. The furthest right it goes is positive infinity. Okay? So if you look at it, the reason why is because you got the arrows, and this would keep going left, 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 and this would keep going right, 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 and it would never stop. So that's why this would be that there. The range, you could also say all reals. I think Brad said that last time, all reals, which is fine. Either way, because it's negative infinity to infinity. The range is low to high, so the lowest value, again, I'm looking at just the y, so the lowest to the highest, the lowest is positive 2, right? We're looking at the y, so 2. And the highest goes all the way to infinity and beyond, okay? 2 would be, since it's closed, would be a bracket. And since it goes to infinity, that would be a parenthesis. And that's how we would attack it there, okay? So that would be a good example of one there. Before the quiz right now, I want you to use this podcast for like quiz help. So go ahead and if you're doing this before the quiz, that's perfect. Here's a couple that you could try. So maybe try this one. Let's go 2 just in case. And then this one. Okay? So we're going to look at this one here, but pause the video and then we'll go after the second one down below. Okay? Ready? And break. Go. All right, back with it here. There is no stretch and shrink because there's no number that's attached in front. Lydia had a great question. I think it was yesterday where she was talking about, this, since it's attached, the stretch and shrink, that's what makes it skinnier and wider. So let's talk about the transformations. First off, let's talk about the parent function. Parent function is absolute value. Okay? So check that. The second is, because there's no stretch and shrink, let's graph y equals absolute value of x. So we could come over here. Now, if there was a stretch and shrink, that might be a good idea to actually, put that value right in front when I'm doing the first one. So -1 would be 1, 0, 1, and 2, okay? If you struggle with how you got that, ask someone around you. So you'd have 0, 0, 1, 1, -1, 1, 2, 2, and there we are. We're going this way, okay? So this right here, this direction, would be our absolute value, and that would be the parent function. And now let's state the transformation. So right here, we'll state transformations here would be reflection. And this would be going up 2. So that would be a vertical shift. Okay? And it would be going up 2. Okay? So reflection and up 2. So let's go here. Let's go first. I like to reflect first. Some of you may do the opposite, and that's fine. We want to reflect first. So what is up now goes down. So it would look, so like it shouldn't go up, it should go down. So right 1, down 1, right 2, down 2. So it should look something like this, okay? So we took it from the main one, which was our parent graph, right? And see if I can erase this here. And we transformed it to where it was flipped, right? It was reflected. Now we're going to go up 2. So all these points are going to go up 2. Let me get a different color. Here you go. Up 2. This goes up 2, up 2, up 2. So the black one should be the one that's our final answer, okay? So we stated it. We graphed it. Now domain is left to right. So the furthest left is negative infinity. The furthest right is positive infinity. The range would be low. What's the lowest this thing goes? Now, remember, domain is from, this would keep going left, right? Okay, that's domain and right. But range is low, keeps going low, 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 to high, which would be to 2. So this would be negative infinity to positive 2. It's the highest. And this would be a bracket here. Okay? Cool, cool. And that's how we get to the 5th one. Hey, I hope that was helpful for you. I'll try this other one over here on this side, but I wanted to shoot y'all a podcast and hopefully help y'all out a little bit and rock and roll. We'll see y'all later. Bye.